Driffield Agricultural Society Championship Show, 13th October 1994. Boxes were judged by Miss Anne Podmore, and 186, giving a total entry of 197. Our first class is class 73, minor puppy dog, 19 entered, 4 absent. Bucksteps Toblerone, Telmon's Eurona, Western Moor Noble Oak, My Daz Mortal Kombat at Sugarwood, Santana Blueprint, Zanzar Fleet Chief of Fabi, Bucksteps Smarty, Marlam's Dressed for Success at Sirocco, Wreck Home Twice as Nice, Winuwuk City Slicker, Glenald Garrison, Marin Scene in My Time, Turkane Sunset, and Marbleton Samson. Now, the first one we're seeing in class 73 minor puppy dog is number 573, Bucksteps Toblerone. Owned by Mrs. Karen Jones, bred by Mrs. Jenny Whittaker. Signed by Champion Bucksteps Charlie Brown, out of Bucksteps Quality Street, born 12th of the 2nd, 94. Bucksteps Toblerone. Bucksteps Toblerone. Bucksteps Toblerone. (603) Telmon's Eurogunner, owned and bred by Mrs. J. O'Connor, signed by Telmon's Blackjack, out of Telmon's Totally Unique, born 12th of the 4th, 94. Telmon's Eurogunner. Telmon's Eurogunner. (572) Western Moor Noble Oak, owned and bred by Mr. Terry John, signed by Champion Glenfall the Gladiator, out of Donymore Uragan Let's Stick Together, born 29th of 3rd, 94. Western Moor Noble Oak. Western Moor Noble Oak. Western Moor Noble Oak. (533) Midas Mortal Kombat at Sugarwood. Name applied for and transfer applied for. Owned by Mrs. Veronica Fever and Mr. John Cormack. Bred by Mr. Kevin and Mrs. Sharon Fitzgerald. Signed by Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld, out of Marvin Melba at Midas, born 12th of the 2nd, 94. Midas Mortal Kombat at Sugarwood. Midas Mortal Kombat at Sugarwood. Midas Mortal Kombat at Sugarwood. (658) Santana Blueprint, owned and bred by Mrs. Bernadette Whitfield. Signed by Santana, it's a knockout, out of Santana Drambuie, born 23rd of the 3rd, 94. Santana Blueprint. Santana Blueprint. Sontana Blueprint. Sontana Blueprint. Sontana Blueprint. 538 Zanzar Fleet Chief of Flaby. Transfer applied for. Owned by Mrs. Fuel and Graydon. Bred by Mrs. Sandra and Miss Sarah Vaughtry. Signed by Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafell out of Nancy's Fancy of Zanzar on 13th of the 4th, 94. Zanzar Fleet Chief of Faby. Transfer applied for. 505 Bucksteps Smarty, owned by Mrs. J. Brown, bred by Mrs. Jenny Whittaker. Signed by Champion Bucksteps Charlie Brown out of Bucksteps Quality Street on 12th of the 2nd, 94. Bucksteps Smarty. Bucksteps Smarty. Bucksteps Smarty. Bucksteps Smarty. .671 Marlams Dressed for Success at Sirocco, owned by Mrs. Beverly Young, bred by Mr. Andy and Mrs. Mel Harper. Signed by Champion Fairdawn Phineas Fogg out of Newfields Roxanne of Marlam, born 15th of the 1st, 94. Marlams Dressed for Success at Sirocco. Marlams Dressed for Success at Sirocco. 560 Wreck Home Twice as Nice, owned and bred by Nick and Mrs. Francis Hayder, signed by Donnymore Drummer Boy in Wreck Home, out of Kitwee Sleepy Time Girl at Wreck Home, on 13th of the 1st, 94. Wreck Home Twice as Nice. Wreck Home Twice as Nice. Wreck Home Twice as Nice. .570 Winuwuk City Slicker, owned and bred by Mrs. V.J. Jackson, signed by Champion Santa Oaks Robbie Redcoat, out of Santa Oaks Jaliji Katie Cropper, born 23rd of the 9th, 94. Winuwuk City Slicker. Winuwuk City Slicker. .587 Glenald Garrison, owned and bred by Mr. and Mrs. D.H. Mayer, signed by Aldine Mystic Wizard out of Delderfield Jacaranda Tree, born 12th of the 3rd, 94. Glenald Garrison. Glenald Garrison. Glenald Garrison. Glenald Garrison. 614 Marin Scene in My Time, owned and bred by Mrs. Vanessa Rogers and Mrs. Morin and Mr. Gordon Seeney. Signed by Winuwuk, Heavens Above at Marin Scene, out of Alakinta As Time Goes By of Marin Scene. Born 20th of the 3rd, 94. Marin Scene in My Time. 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 668 Harmore Street Trader, owned and bred by Mrs. Maureen Wright. Signed by Santanug's Bobby Big Shot at Jippendale, out of Harmore Totters Trade. Born 17th of the 1st, 94. Harmore Street Trader. Podmore Street Trader. Podmore Street Trader. Tim, bring the ticket. 566 Takane Sunset. Owned and bred by Miss Anne Ingram, signed by Takane Simply Red, out of Takane Dusky Lady, born 10th of the 2nd, 94. Takane Sunset. Takane Sunset. Takane Sunset. Takane Sunset. .550 Marbleton Samson, owned and bred by Mrs. Hambleton, signed by Italian champion Juan del Arabica of Marbleton, out of Bella's Jewel at Marbleton, born 19th of the 1st, 94. Marbleton Samson. Marbleton Samson. Marbleton Samson. Marbleton Samson. Bucksteps Toblerone. Telmon's Eurogunner. Westernmoor Noble Oak. Maida's Mortal Kombat at Sugarwood. Santana Blueprint. Zanzar Fleet Chief of Faby. Bucksteps Smarty. Marlam's Dressed for Success at Sirocco. Wreck Home Twice as Nice. Willingwood City Slicker. Glenald Garrison. Marin Scene in My Time. Harmore Street Trader. Takane Sunset. And Marbleton Samson. First was Westernmoor Noble Oak. Second, Bucksteps Toblerone. Third, Takane Sunset. Reserve Marbleton Samson. BHC Marin Scene in My Time. Marbleton Samson. Takane Sunset. Bucksteps Toblerone. And once again first, Minor Puppy Dog was Westernmoor Noble Oak. Class 74 Puppy Dog, 8 entered, 4 absent. Bucksteps Back to Basics at Deltami. Skirlaw Sweet William, Tonitrin Amigo of Wild Axe, and Suzanne Carr, Barrister. First will be seen in Class 74 Puppy Dog is number 506, Buck Steps Back to Basics at Daltammy. Owned by Mrs. Margaret Brunton, bred by Mrs. Jenny Whittaker. Side by champion Glenn Fall the Gladiator out of Buck Steps Hot Gossip on 12th of the 1st, 94. Buck Steps Back to Basics at Daltammy. Buck Steps Back to Basics at Daltammy. Buck Steps Back to Basics at Daltammy.
That's the least of my worry.
Are you?
That honestly is the least of my worry.
631 Skirlaw Sweet William. Owned and bred by Mrs. Jean Tatham. Side by champion Santon Oaks Robbie Redcoat. Out of Skirlaw Ring of Roses on 26th of the 11th, 93. Skirlaw Sweet William.
Yeah, well, the time you go.
Skirlaw Sweet William. Skirlaw Sweet William.
Not round.
.663 Tonitrin Amigo of Wild Axe. Owned by Mr. Frank and Mrs. Margaret Wildman and bred by Mrs. Sagra Tonkin. Side by champion Tonitrin True Glory out of champion Tonitrin Glory Lass. Born 17th of the 11th, 93. Tonitrin Amigo of Wild Axe. Tonitrin Amigo of Wild Axe. Tonitrin Amigo of Wild Axe.
Bye.
Tonitrin Amigo of Wild Axe. 514 Suzanne Carr, Barrister. Owned and bred by Mesdames Sandra and Suzanne Carter. Side by champion Chippendale Coincidental for Suzanne Carr. Out of Suzanne Carr, Lady Law Down. Born 19th of the 10th, 93. Suzanne Carr, Barrister. Suzanne Carr, Barrister. Suzanne Carr, Barrister. Suzanne Carr, Barrister. Suzanne Carr, Barrister.
No. We're talking months here, Joanne.
Buck Steps Back to Basics at Daltammy. Skirlaw Sweet William. Tonitrin Amigo of Wild Axe. Suzanne Carr, Barrister. First was Suzanne Carr, Barrister. Second, Buck Steps Back to Basics at Daltammy. Third, Tonitrin Amigo of Wild Axe. And reserve, Skirlaw Sweet William. Tonitrin Amigo of Wild Axe. Buck Steps Back to Basics at Daltammy. And once again, first puppy dog was Suzanne Carr, Barrister. Class 75 Junior Dog, 13 entered, 4 absent. Vonadel with a twist. Skelder Wheel of Fortune. Roylark Leading Seaman. Surfstone Hot Property. Freedom Fighter for Rapos. Limeray I'm on Fire. Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest. Glenlee Masquerade. First one seen Class 75 Junior Dog is number 511, Vonadel with a Twist. Owned by Mr. and Mrs. Dulcie Kappa, bred by Miss Garcia. Side by Stainmere Twist and Turn, out of Edelstein, Passionate Mary at Vonadel. 1 2nd of the 5th, 93. Vonadel with a Twist. Vonadel with a Twist. Vonadel with a Twist.
Attention Bernese Mountain Dog exhibitors, your judge has now arrived.
Vonadel with a
Just
Twist.
outside on the apron of the grandstand in ring 4, commencing at 10:30. Bernese judging will commence at 10:30.
542, Skelder Wheel of Fortune. Owned by Mrs. J. Graham, bred by Mrs. Joy Malcolm. Side by Brit Roy's Tombola, out of Skelder Matahari. 1/8 of the 8th, 93. Skelder Wheel of Fortune. Skelder Wheel of Fortune. Skelder Wheel of Fortune. Skelder Wheel of Fortune. (652) Roylark Leading Seaman. Owner bred by Mr. Tony Watson, signed by Fair Dawn Joker in the Pack, out of Surprise Surprise of Roylark, on 27th of the 9th, 93. Roylark Leading Seaman. Roylark Leading Seaman. Roylark Leading Seaman. Roylark Leading Seaman.
I can give Jim Watson £5 if you want.
Roylark Leading Seaman. (496) Surfstone Hot Property, owned by Mr. Vicky Bell, bred by Mrs. Val Stinton, signed by Champion Tygarth Pasherenk at Seacrest, out of Surfstone Susanna, on 4th of the 6th, 93. Surfstone Hot Property. Surfstone Hot Property. Surfstone Hot Property. (548) Freedom Fighter for Rapos, owned by Mr. Philip and Mrs. Barbara Greenway, and bred by Parr. Signed by Champion Fair Dawn Phineas Fogg, out of Rapos Burning Bright, on 20th of the 6th, 93. Freedom Fighter for Rapos. Freedom Fighter for Rapos. Freedom Fighter for Rapos. Freedom Fighter for Rapos. 545 Limeray, I'm on Fire. Owned and bred by Mr. and Mrs. Malcolm Gray. Side by champion Cherryside Cabarello out of Limeray, Roseanne. Born 17th of the 8th, 93. Limeray, I'm on Fire. Limeray, I'm on Fire. 574 Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest, owned by Mrs. Claire Kay, bred by Mrs. Angela Harper. Signed by champion Tygarth Pashrenk at Seacrest, out of Huttonvale Highlight, born 18th of the 5th, 93. Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest. 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 528 Glenlee Masquerade, owned and bred by Mr. Gordon and Miss Ellen Drummond, signed by champion Glen Paul the Gladiator out of Glenlee's Hell's Bells, born 4th of the 6th, 93. Glenlee Masquerade. Glenlee Masquerade. Glenlee Masquerade. .497 Santa Oaks Santa Cruz at Blacktop, owned by Mrs. Shirley Blackley, bred by Mr. Vince and Miss Annabelle Zammit, side by champion Santa Oaks Robbie Redcoat, out of Nampak Saucy Sow of Santa Oaks, born 27th of the 4th, 93. Santa Oaks Santa Cruz at Blacktop. Santa Oaks Santa Cruz at Blacktop. Santa Oaks Santa Cruz at Blacktop. Wanadell with a Twist. Skelder Wheel of Fortune. Roy Lark leading a Seaman. Surfstone Hot Property. Freedom Fighter for Rapos. Limeray, I'm on Fire. Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest. Glenlee Masquerade. And Santa Oaks Santa Cruz at Blacktop. First was Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest. Second, Freedom Fighter for Rapos. Third, Limeray, I'm on Fire. Reserve, Surfstone Hot Property. And VHC, Roy Lark, Leading Seaman. Surfstone Hot Property. Limeray, I'm on Fire. Freedom Fighter for Rapos. And once again first, junior dog was Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest. Class 76, Special Yearling Dog, 12 entered, 3 absent. Arabis, Gandalf the Magician. Fanfare, Rheingold of New Lathe.
Special Yearling Dog.
Santa Oaks Red Hot Prospect for My Lycum. Bucksteps Top Hat. Aldane Golden Viking, Tarpen Shooting Star, Sules Whatever It Takes at Bitzer, Cherryside Manhattan, and Hillthorn Dancer Classique. Now first, want to be seen in class 76 Special Yearling Dog, it's number 601. Arabis Gandalf the Magician, owned by Mr. G and Mrs. Sandy Stevenson, bred by Mr. Bob and Mrs. Babs Morris, side by Redfire Felmalad at Arabis, out of Arabis Affinity, on 1st of the 12th, 92. Arabis Gandalf the Magician. Arabis Gandalf the Magician.
These mountain dogs outside in ring 4 on the ground.
494 Fanfare Ryan Gold of New Lane, owned by Mrs. Chris Beardsall, bred by Jones, signed by Champion Private Eye at Blue Pines, out of New Lathe Fascination, on 29th of the 3rd, 93. Fanfare Ryan Gold of New Lathe. Fanfare Ryan Gold of New Lathe. Fanfare Rhine Gold of New Lathe. .516 Santa Noakes Red Hot Prospect for My Like, owned by Mrs. Carol Chippendale, bred by Mr. Vince and Mrs. Annabelle Zammit. Signed by Santa Noakes Ringo Red, out of Sher Khan's Kind of Magic at Santa Noakes, born 9th of the 2nd, 93. Santa Noakes Red Hot Prospect for My Likem. Santa Noakes Red Hot Prospect for My Likem. .499 Bucksteps Top Hat, owned by Mrs. Wendy Blinkhorn, bred by Mrs. Jenny Whittaker. Signed by Bucksteps Going for Gold at Glenfall, out of Bucksteps Hot Gossip, on the 7th of the 3rd, 93. Bucksteps Top Hat. Bucksteps Top Hat. Bucksteps Top Hat. Bucksteps Top Hat. 502 Aldane Golden Viking, owned by Mr. and Mrs. F.M. Brooks, bred by Duncan, signed by Mantum Optimist at Trywell, out of Aldane Golden Chiffon, born 13th of the 10th, 92. Aldane Golden Viking. Aldane Golden Viking. Aldane Golden Viking. .483 Tarpen Shooting Star, owned and bred by Mrs. Judy Alton, signed by Alto Sirius at Ryton Ways, out of Tarpen Echo of a Whisper, on 1st of the 4th, 93. Tarpen Shooting Star. Tarpen Shooting Star. Tarpen Shooting Star. Tarpen Shooting Star. 642 Sules, Whatever It Takes, Bitzer, owned by Mr. Andrew and Mrs. Pat Varney, bred by Mrs. Sue Drinkwater. Signed by Champion Bitzer Shout and Roll, out of Champion Fair Dawn, Whatever Next at Sules, on 10th of the 3rd, 93. Sules, Whatever It Takes at Bitzer. 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 654 Cherryside, Manhattan, owned and bred by Mr. David Webb. Signed by Champion Glenfall the Gladiator, out of Cherryside, Golden, Virginia, born 1st of the 9th, 93. Cherryside, Manhattan. Cherryside, Manhattan. Cherryside, Manhattan. (628) Hillthorne Dancer Classique, owned by Mr. Arthur and Mrs. Ann Simpson and Mr. Chris and Mrs. Yolanda Alden, bred by Mr. and Mrs. Simpson. Signed by Rustar Playtime, to Flamme Dorée of Hillthorne, born 12th of the 12th, 92. Hillthorne Dancer Classique. Hillthorne Dancer Classique. Hillthorne Dancer Classique. Hillthorne Dancer Classique. Erebus Gandalf the Magician. Fanfare Rheingold of Newlane. Santon Oaks Red Hot Prospect for My Lycum. Bucksteps Top Hat. Haldane Golden Viking. Tarpen Shooting Star. Sules, Whatever It Takes at Bitzer. Cherryside, Manhattan. And Hillthorne Dancer Classique. First was Cherryside, Manhattan. Second, Santon Oaks Red Hot Prospect for My Lycum. Third, Fanfare Rheingold of Newlane. Reserve, Hillthorne Dancer Classique. And VHC Tarpen Shooting Star. Hillthorne Dancer Classique. Fanfare Rheingold of Newlane. Santon Oaks Red Hot Prospect for My Lycum. And once again, first special yearling dog was Cherryside, Manhattan. Class 77 postgraduate dog, 12 entered, 5 absent. Bridgewater Mischief Maker. Barbarossa Matador Magic. Fyredale Pardon Me Patrick. Huttonvale High Treason. Sules Say No More. Carmore Spiv's Trade. And Fair Dawn, game, set and match. First from machine class 77 postgraduate dogs number 508, Bridgewater Mischief Maker, owned by Mr. Arthur Butters, bred by Hardy, side by champion Corinna Ryan Dry out of Bridgewater First Lady, born 27th of the 3rd, 91. Bridgewater Mischief Maker. Bridgewater Mischief Maker. Bridgewater Mischief Maker. Bridgewater Mischief Maker.
Ready?
Bridgewater Mischief Maker. 546 Barbarossa Matador Magic, owned and bred by Mr. Allen and Mrs. Doreen Greaves, side by Spanish champion Llanos de la Irma of Linpine, out of New Lathe, fresh arrival at Barbarossa, born 5th of the 9th, 92. Barbarossa Matador Magic. Barbarossa Matador Magic. Barbarossa Matador Magic. Barbarossa Matador Magic. 613 Firedale Pardon Me Patrick, owned and bred by Mrs. C. Reynolds, signed by Back in Town again at Firedale, out of Firedale Laura Ashley, born 18th of the 6th, 91, and also entered in class 78 Limit Dog. Firedale Pardon Me Patrick. 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 553 Huttonvale High Treason, owned and bred by Mrs. Angela Harper, side by champion Tygarth Pashering at Seacrest, out of Huttonvale Highlight, on 8th of the 8th, 92. Huttonvale High Treason. 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 618 Sules Say No More, owned by Mr. Rossin and Mrs. D.H. Kavanagh, bred by Sutherland, side by champion Sules Whatever You Say, out of Sules Mischief, for 8th of the 6th, 92. Sules Say No More. Sules Say No More. Sules Say No More. (669) Harmore Spivs Trade, owned and bred by Mrs. Maureen Ragg, side by Blue Cap Up and Away to Harmore, out of Harmore Totters Trade, On 30th of the 9th, 92. Armour Spivs Trade. Armour Spivs Trade. Armour Spivs Trade. Armour Spivs Trade. 5-4-1 Fair Dawn, game, set and match. Owned by Mr. Bill and Mrs. Joan Graham, bred by Miss Sue Harvey. Signed by champion Bliga Rigoletto of Holwell. Out of Bohan, Go for Glory with Fair Dawn. Born 5th of the 8th, 92. Fair Dawn, game, set and match. Fair Dawn, game, set and match. Fair Dawn, game, set and match. Bridgewater Mischief Maker. Barbarossa Matador Magic. Iredale Pardon Me Patrick. Huttonvale High Treason. Sules Say No More. Armour Spivs Trade. Fair Dawn, game, set and match. First was Huttonvale High Treason. Second, Armour Spivs Trade. Third, Bridgewater Mischief Maker. Reserve, Fair Dawn, game, set and match. And VHC Barbarossa Matador Magic. Fair Dawn, game, set and match. Bridgewater Mischief Maker. Armour Spivs Trade. And once again, first postgraduate dog was Huttonvale High Treason. Class 78 limit dog, 14 entered, 1 previously seen, 2 absent. Midas Suburban Commando. Fair Dawn Hip Hip Hooray. Red Fire Fella Malad at Arabis. The Callan's Bohemian Rhapsody. Genroy Edge of Darkness. Norwatch Sunhawk Rafferty. Marancine That Cricket. Zanzar Midshipman. Alto Sirius at Right and Ways. Roamaro Scott Free of Winuwuk. Manic Midnight Madness of Hillroy. And previously seen Firedale Pardon Me Patrick. The first one seen class 78 limit dog is number 536, Midas Suburban Commando. Owned and bred by Mr. Kevin and Mrs. Sharon Fitzgerald, signed by champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld, out of Marvin Melba at Midas. Born 3rd of the 7th, 92. Midas Suburban Commando. Midas Suburban Commando. Midas Suburban Commando. Midas Suburban Commando. .491 Fair Dawn Hip Hip Hooray. Owned by Mr. Arthur Barlow, bred by Miss Sue Harvey. Signed by Champion Bitter Shout and Raw, out of Champion Revluck Runnymede. Born 10th of the 8th, 90. Fair Dawn Hip Hip Hooray. Fair dawn, 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 hip hip hooray. 600, Red Fire Fella Malad at Arabis, owned by Mr. Bob and Mrs. Babs Morris, bred by Mrs. Norma Briley. Signed by Champion Corinne Ryan Dry, out of Champion Red Fire Prima Donna, born 23rd of the 10th, 91. Red Fire Fella Malad at Arabis. Red Fire Fella Malad at Arabis. .633 Buchanan's Bohemian Rhapsody, owned by Miss Julie Taylor, bred by Mrs. Marion Granger, signed by Champion Jacoba the President, out of Magic Frost at Marvin, born 10th of the 7th, 92. Buchanan's Bohemian Rhapsody. Buchanan's Bohemian Rhapsody. Buchanan's Bohemian Rhapsody. .637 Jen Roy Edge of Darkness, owned and bred by Mrs. Jenny Townsend, signed by Champion Glenfall the Gladiator, out of Champion Jen Roy Lot Less Bother, born 17th of the 12th, 91. Jen Roy Edge of Darkness. Jen Roy Edge of Darkness. Jen Roy Edge of Darkness. .615 Murren Scene, That's Cricket, owned and bred by Mrs. Vanessa Rogers and Mrs. Marion and Mr. Gordon Seeney, signed by Marion Scene at Jimmy Cricket and Marion Scene at Lollipop, born 30th of the 9th, 90. Marion Scene, That's Cricket.
Would the owner of Toyota J
Marion Scene, That's Cricket.
NLD please note that they have left a suit hanging from the roof rack of the car. Could they please go and retrieve it? Thank you.
Marion Scene, That's Cricket. .487 Norwatch Sunhawk Rafferty, owned and bred by Mr. Eddie and Mrs. Helen Banks, signed by Champion Fletcher at Sunhawk Norwatch, out of Champion Norwatch Slightly Sozzle, born 6th of the 5th, 92. Norwatch Sunhawk Rafferty. Norwatch Sunhawk Rafferty. Norwatch Sunhawk Rafferty. .644 Zanzar Midshipman, owned and bred by Mrs. Zandra and Miss Sarah Vautry, signed by Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafell, out of Nancy's Fancy at Zanzar, on 23rd of the 3rd, 92. Zanzar Midshipman. Zanzar Midshipman. Zanzar Midshipman. Zanzar Midshipman. .585 Alto Sirius at Righton Ways. Owned and bred by Mrs. Ann Lees, side by champion Genroy Pop My Cork to walk on, out of Moonlight of Alto, born 18th of the 8th, 89, Alto Sirius at Righton Ways. Alto Sirius at Righton Ways. Alto Sirius at Righton Ways.
Would the owner of Podmore,
Alto Sirius at Righton Ways.
751 YCX, please go back to his car and have a look at his great day.
Alto Sirius at Righton Ways. 646 Roamaro Scott Free of Winuwuk, owned by Mr. Ivor and Mrs. Marion Ward Davis, Miss Julie Brown and Mr. Tim Hutchings. Bred by Mrs. Mandy Laidlaw, signed by champion Renkless Flying Scotchman of Winuwuk, out of Genroy Popsicle or Belmont, born 30th of the 9th, 91. Roamaro Scott Free of Winuwuk. Roamaro Scott Free of Winuwuk. Roamaro Scott Free of Winuwuk. .622 Manic Midnight Madness of Hillroy, owned by Mrs. Margaret Sandlands, bred by Mrs. Julie Cook, signed by champion Glenfall Gladiator, out of Manic Won't It, born 3rd of the 5th, 91,
in approximately 15 minutes time.
and being shown by Mrs. Denise Mistalio.
To ring 15A in approximately 15 minutes time.
Manic Midnight Madness of Hillroy. Manic Midnight Madness of Hillroy. Manic Midnight Madness of Hillroy.
Can you bring yours out at the moment, please?
Midas Suburban Commando. Fair Dawn Hip Hip Hooray. Red Fire Bellamalad at Arabis. Buchanan's Bohemian Rhapsody. Genroy Edge of Darkness. Norwich Sunhawk Rafferty. Norwich Sunhawk Rafferty, previous one was Maricine, that's cricket. Zanzar Midshipman. Alto Sirius at Righton Ways. Roamaro Scott Free of Winuwuk. Manic Midnight Master Hillroy. First was Midas Suburban Commando. Second, Genroy Edge of Darkness. Third, Norwich Sunhawk Rafferty. Reserve, Roamaro Scott Free of Winuwuk. VHC, Manic Midnight Madness of Hillroy. Roamaro Scott Free of Winuwuk. Norwich Sunhawk Rafferty. Genroy Edge of Darkness. And once again, first limit dog was Midas Suburban Commando. Class 79 open dog, 7 entered, 1 absent. Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld. Champion Marncine Cricket Crony at Kashan. Champion Bucksteps, Charlie Brown. Champion Walk On, Dutch Courage. And Champion Cherryside, Cabarello. First one was seen in class 79, open dog is 559. Champion Ashgate, Able Seaman of Seafeld. Owned by Mrs. Pat Heath, bred by Mrs. Thompson. Signed by Champion 8 Bells of Seafeld, out of Seafeld Coral Fan. Born 23rd of the 6th, 90. Champion Ashgate, Able Seaman of Seafeld.
He was quiet there, yeah. No, just beat him up. No, he tried that.
Champion Ashgate, Able Seaman of Seafeld.
Go on through the race course, go on my own.
Champion Ashgate, Able Seaman of Seafeld. Champion Marancine, Cricket Crony at Kishan. Owned by Mrs. Nadia Sass, bred by Mrs. Vanessa Rogers and Mrs. Marion and Mr. Gordon Sini. Signed by Marancine Jiminy Cricket, out of Marancine Lollipop. Born 20th of the 3rd, 92. Champion Marancine, Cricket Crony at Kishan. Champion Marancine, Cricket Crony at Kishan. Champion Bucksteps, Charlie Brown. Owned and bred by Mrs. Jenny Whittaker, signed by Champion Corinna Ryan Dry, out of Bucksteps, Easy Virtue. Born 3rd of the 4th, 92. Champion Bucksteps, Charlie Brown. Champion Bucksteps, Charlie Brown. Champion Bucksteps, Charlie Brown. Champion Walk On Dutch Courage, owned and bred by Mrs. Yvonne Miller, signed by Dolph, the View Farm of Marbleton, out of Walk On Pleasantly Pickle, on 12th of the 10th, 90. Champion Walk On Dutch Courage. Champion Walk On Dutch Courage. Champion Walk On Dutch Courage. 655 Champion Cherryside Cabarello, owned and bred by Mr. David Webb, signed by Champion Glenfall the Gladiator, out of Cherryside, Golden, Virginia. Born 24th of the 4th, 92. Champion Cherryside Cabarello. Champion Cherryside Cabarello. Champion Cherryside Cabarello. 488 Champion Norwich Sunhawk Wanneroo. Owned and bred by Mr. Eddie and Mrs. Helen Banks, signed by Champion Fletcher at Sunhawk Norwich, out of Champion Chaffordian Ruby Tuesday of Norwich, born 21st of the 12th, 90. Champion Norwich Sunhawk Wanneroo. Champion Norwich Sunhawk Wanneroo. Champion Norwich Sunhawk Wanneroo. Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seabound. Champion Marancine Cricket Crony at Kashan. Champion Bucksteps Charlie Brown. Champion Walk On Dutch Courage. Champion Cherryside Cabarello. And Champion Norwatch Sunhawk Wanneroo. First was Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld. Second, Champion Bucksteps Charlie Brown.
Don't worry about me.
Third, Champion Marincine Cricket Crony at Kashan. Reserve, Champion Cherryside Cabarello. BHC, Champion Norwatch Sunhawk Wanneroo. Champion Cherryside Cabarello. Champion Marincine Cricket Crony at Kashan. Champion Bucksteps Charlie Brown. And once again, first open dog was Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld. We now move on unbeaten dogs. Westernmoor Noble Oak. Suzanne Carr Barrister. Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest. Cherryside Manhattan. Huttonvale High Treason. Midas Suburban Commando. And Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld. Midas Suburban Commando. Huttonvale High Treason. Cherryside Manhattan. Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest. Suzanne Carr Barrister. Westernmoor Noble Oak. Suzanne Carr Barrister. Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest. Cherryside Manhattan. Huttonvale High Treason. Midas Suburban Commando. And Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld. Winner of Open Dog. Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld. Winner of Open Dog. Midas Suburban Commando. Winner of Limit Dog. Midas Suburban Commando. Winner of Limit Dog. Huttonvale High Treason, winner of Postgraduate Dog. Huttonvale High Treason, winner of Postgraduate Dog. Huttonvale High Treason, winner Postgraduate Dog. Cherryside Manhattan, winner Special Yearling Dog. Cherryside Manhattan, winner of Special Yearling Dog. Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest, winner of Junior Dog. Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest, winner of Junior Dog. Suzanne Carr Barrister, winner of Puppy Dog. Suzanne Carr Barrister, winner of Puppy Dog. Westernmoor Noble Oak, winner of Minor Puppy Dog. Westernmoor Noble Oak, winner of a Minor Puppy Dog. Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafowl. Midas Suburban Commando. Huttonvale High Treason. Cherryside Manhattan. Huttonvale High Command Seacrest. Suzanne Carr Barrister. And Westernmoor Noble Oak. Is Anne Podmore having a last look at the dogs? Dog CC goes to Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest, winner of Junior Dog. Dog CC is its third and qualifying CC, but now champion Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest. These other two CCs were from Tony Curtin and Vince Zammit. Second from Junior Dog, Freedom Fighter for Ray Foss, brought in to challenge for Dog Reserve CC. Freedom Fighter for Ray Foss. Second in Junior Dog. Freedom Fighter for Rafos. Second Junior Dog. Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld. Midas Suburban Commando. Huttonvale High Treason. Cherryside Manhattan. Suzanne Carr Barrister. Westernmoor Noble Oak. And Freedom Fighter for Rafos. Dog Reserve CC is awarded the Freedom Fighter for Rafos, second from Junior Dog. So once again, Dog CC, the third and qualifying one for champion Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest, and Dog Reserve CC, Freedom Fighter for Raypost. Once again, Dog CC, the champion Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest. Got its third one today. Freedom Fighter for Raypost, Dog Reserve CC winner. And once again, Dog CC, champion Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest. We want to class 80, minor puppy bitch, 21 entered, 7 absent. Bruley's Giddy Heights, Bruxwell Deeply Dippy, Fair Dawn Jumpin' for Joy, Cover Girl at Marbleton, Bryn Bacchus to Dund Hot, Bruley's Hit the Heights of Roylark, Bermadden Uptown Girl, Bruley's April in Paris, Glenald Hot Gossip, Zanzar Spick and Span, Takane Rosy Glow and Marancine Lovebug, Telmon's Tiffany and Sam and Tony Florentine. First one we've seen in class 80, minor puppy bitch, is number 636, Bruley's Giddy Heights. Owned bred by Mr. Dave and Mrs. Irene Thorpe. Signed by champion Santa Oaks Rub Redcoat out of champion Bruley's Dizzy Heights for 13th of the 4th, 94. Bruley's Giddy Heights. Bruley's Giddy Heights. Bruley's Giddy Heights. Bruley's Giddy Heights. (519) Bruxwell Deeply Dippy, owned and bred by Mrs. A. Codling, Side by champion Private Eye Blue Pines out of Glenlee Sandy Mirage at Bruxwell on 21st of the 2nd, 94. Bruxwell Deeply Dippy. Bruxwell
No, yes, I
Deeply Dippy.
I went out yesterday and I thought it was going to show me this.
Bruxwell Deeply Dippy. Five to 5. Fair Dawn Jumping for Joy, owned by Mr. C. Dawson, bred by Miss Sue Harvey. Signed by Fair Dawn Joker in the Pack out of Fair Dawn for the Good Times at Rapos on 12th of the 4th, 94. Fair Dawn Jumping for Joy. 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 $596 Cover Girl at Marbleton. Name applied for and transfer applied for. Or by Mrs. J. Metcalf, bred by Llewellyn. Signed by Marbleton Deadly Ernest out of Anushka Russian Lady on 1st of the 3rd, 94. Cover Girl at Marbleton. Name applied for and transfer applied for. Cover Girl at Marbleton. Cover Girl at Marbleton. 619 Bryn Bacchus 2 Darned Hot. Name applied for. Owned and bred by Mr. Rossin and Mrs. D.E. Kavanagh. Signed by champion Fair Dawn Phineas Fogg out of Sules Whatever's Up on 9th of the 3rd, 94. Bryn Bacchus 2 Darned Hot. Bryn Bacchus 2 Darned Hot.
So it's really borderline.
Bryn Bacchus 2 Darned Hot. Bryn Bacchus 2 Darned Hot. $651 Brulez Hit the Heights of Roylark. Name applied for and transfer applied for. Owned by Mr. Tony Watson, bred by Mr. Dave and Mrs. Irene Thorpe. Side by champion Santa Oaks Roddy Redcoat out of champion Brulez Dizzy Heights on 13th of the 4th, 94. Brulez Hit the Heights of Roylark. 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 562 Bermadden Uptown Girl. Owned and bred by Mr. DJ Humphreys. Side by champion Sules Whatever You Say out of Nampak Saucy South of Santa Oaks on 19th of the 3rd, 94. Bermadden Uptown Girl. Bermadden Uptown Girl. Bermadden Uptown Girl. $635 Brulez April in Paris. Owned and bred by Mr. Dave and Mrs. Irene Thorpe, signed by champion Fair Dawn Phineas Fogg, out of Dizzy Lizzie of Santon Oaks at Brewlis, born 1st of the 4th, 94. Brewlis, April in Paris. Brewlis, April in Paris. Brewlis, April in Paris. Brewlis, April in Paris.
Did you give a recovery?
588 Glenald Hot Gossip, owned and bred by Mr. and Mrs. D.H. Mayer, signed by Aldane Mystic Wizard, out of Delderfield Jacandra Tree, born 12th of the 3rd, 94. Glenald Hot Gossip.
Could we have St John's Ambulance to the Secretary's office, please? St John's Ambulance to the Secretary's office, please.
Glenald Hot Gossip. Glenald Hot Gossip. 645 Zanzar Spick and Span. Owned and bred by Mrs. Zandra and Miss Sarah Portree, signed by champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld, out of Nancy's Fancy at Zanzar. Born 13th of the 4th, 94. Zanzar Spick and Span. Zanzar Spick and Span. Zanzar Spick and Span. Five, 6, 7 Turkane Rosy Glow, owned and bred by Miss Anne Ingram, signed by Turkane Simply Red, out of Turkane Dusky Lady, born 10th of the 2nd, 94. Turkane Rosy Glow. Turkane Rosy Glow.
I remember playing volunteer.
Turkane Rosy Glow. Turkane Rosy Glow. 616 Marancine Lovebug, owned and bred by Mrs. Vanessa Rogers, Mrs. Marion and Mr. Gordon Seeney, signed by champion Marancine Cricket Crony at Kashan, out of Marancine Pennies in the Bank, on 11th of the 3rd, 94. Marancine Lovebug. Marancine Lovebug. Marancine Lovebug. .604 Telmon's Tiffany, owned and bred by Mrs. J. O'Connor, signed by Telmon's Blackjack, out of Telmon's Totally Unique, born 12th of the 4th, 94. Telmon's Tiffany. Telmon's Tiffany. Telmon's Tiffany. .575 Samantoni Florentine, owned by Mr. Phil and Mrs. Kim Kelly and Mrs. Eileen Ledger, and bred by Mr. Phil Kelly, signed by champion Bucksteps Charlie Brown, out of Samantoni Fortune Teller, born 13th of the 4th, 94. Samantoni Florentine. Samantoni Florentine. Samantoni Florentine. Samantoni Florentine. Bruley's Giddy Heights. Brookswell Deeply Dippy. Fair Dawn Jumpin' for Joy. Cover Girl at Marbleton. Bryn Bacchus 2 Darned Hot. Bruley's Hit the Heights of Roylark. The Madden Uptown Girl. Bruley's April in Paris. Glenald Hot Gossip. Zanzar Spick and Span. Tacane Rosy Glow. Marancine Lovebug. Telmon's Tiffany. And Samantoni Florentine. First was Tacane Rosy Glow. Second, Bruley's Giddy Heights. Third, Marancine Lovebug. Reserve Samantoni Florentine. BHC Telmon's Tiffany. Samantoni Florentine. Marancine Lovebug. Bruley's Giddy Heights. And once again first, Minor Puppy Bitch was Tacane Rosy Glow. Class 21 Puppy Bitch. 16 entered, 1 absent. Lay Wind A Bit of a Lark. Secret Romance at Sundine. Starwell Sweet and Saucy. Zoash She's the Only One for Ballglade. Roamaro Bowbell at Natties. Tolana Little Ripper. MJC Kind of Magic. Haribus Eves at His. Skirlaw Evergreen. Hello Dolly Glenfall. Suzanne Carr Laura Biding.
Yeah, this was the dad when he was a child and he used to tell us what to go back, but I have
Winuwuk Samsara.
the box of like a bird. Really absolutely adored it.
Rowan's Mabel's Able for Sugarwood.
Yes.
Buckstep's Blue Velvet.
There's a lot advertised in the paper, but these
And
were the
Cherrygate
ones
Drop
that
Slow Tears. Now first one we're seeing class 21, Puppy Bitch is number 607, Lay Wind Bit of a Lark. Owned and bred by Mr. W.C. Patterson, side by Sundine Song and Dance, out of Night Lark at Lay Wind. Born 18th of the 11th, 93. Lay Wind Bit of a Lark. Lay Wind Bit of a Lark. Lay Wind Bit of a Lark. 665 Secret Romance at Sundine. Owned by Mr. Dennis and Mrs. Edna Woods and bred by Miss Zoe Bartlett. Side by Champion Tygarth Pashrank at Seacrest. Out of Sundine Illicit Affair. Born 6th of the 11th, 93. Secret Romance at Sundine. Secret Romance at Sundine. Secret Romance at Sundine.
never been allowed to forget.
510 Starwell Sweet and Saucy. Owned by Mrs. L. Camp, bred by Fieldsend. Signed by Bavara Scarlet Consort of Telmons, out of Starwell Sweet Maiden. born 4th of the 12th, 93. Starwell, Sweet and Saucy. Starwell, Sweet and Saucy. Starwell, Sweet and Saucy. 564 Zoash, She's the Only One for Ballglade, owned by Mr. GP and Mrs. J. Hurst, bred by Mr. Sam and Mrs. Sandra Brent, side by Champion Sule's Whatever You Say, out of Zoash Sherry's Dark Velvet, born 8th of the 11th, 93. Zoash, She's the Only One for Ballglade. Zoash, She's the Only One for Ballglade. 611 Roamaro, Bobel at Natties, owned by Mrs. Dawn Pilling, bred by Mrs. Mandy Laidlaw, signed by Roamaro Beaujolais, out of Roamaro Scotch on the Rocks, born 24th of the 12th, 93. Roamaro Bobel at Natties. Roamaro Bobel at Natties.
I do think it's so quaint.
Oh, I know, it's not.
656 Tolana Little Ripper, owner bred by Mr. Tony and Mrs. Sue Webster, signed by Champion Santanoak's Robbie Redcoat, out of Fair Dawn, That's Nice, born 10th of the 12th, 93. Tolana Little Ripper.
Mind if it's too small now. Shows in those days.
Tolana Little Ripper. 521 MJC Kind of Magic, owned and bred by Mrs. Margaret Cook, side by Blairmont Touch of Magic, out of Indoors at MJC, born 3rd of the 1st, 94. MJC Kind of Magic. MJC Kind of Magic. MJC Kind of Magic. 599 Arabis Eves Attis, owned and bred by Mr. Bob and Mrs. Bams Morris, signed by Sam and Tony Major Look, out of Arabis Affinity, born 24th of the 10th, 93. Arabis Eves Attis. Arabis Eves Attis. (632) Skirlaw Evergreen, owned and bred by Mr. Jean Tatham, signed by Champion Tygarth Pasherenk at Seacrest, out of Hamilton Unsolved Mystery, born 8th of the 12th, 93. Skirlaw Evergreen. Skirlaw Evergreen.
One Mrs. C. Richardson, the judge of Polish Lowland Sheepdog.
Skirlaw Evergreen. (503) Hello Dolly Glenfall, owned by Mr. Pam Broughton, bred by Mrs. Jenny Whittaker, signed by Champion Glenfall the Gladiator, out of Butseps Hot Gossip, born 12th of the 1st, 94. Hello Dolly Glenfall. Hello Dolly Glenfall. Hello Dolly Glenfall. (515) Suzanne Carr, Laura Biden, Owned and bred by Miss Dams Sandra and Suzanne Carter. Signed by champion Chippendale Coincidental for Suzanne Carr. Out of Suzanne Carr, Lady Lawdown. Born 19th of the 10th, 93. Suzanne Carr, law abiding. Suzanne Carr, law abiding. Suzanne Carr, law abiding. 648, Winuwuk Samsara. Owned and bred by Mr. Ivor and Mrs. Moyne Ward Davis, Miss Julie Brown and Mr. Tim Hutchings. Side by champion Rencliffe's Flying Scotsman of Winuwuk out of Rose Rumpus, born 5th of the 12th, 93. Winuwuk Samsara. Winuwuk Samsara. Winuwuk Samsara. 534 Roanes Mabel's Able for Sugarwood. By Mrs. Veronica Fever and Mr. John Cormack and bred by Fowler. Signed by champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld out of Sugarwood, Victoria, on 7th of the 1st, 94. Roanes Mabel's Able for Sugarwood. Roanes Mabel's Able for Sugarwood. Roanes Mabel's Able for Sugarwood. 634 Bucksteps Blue Velvet. Owned by Mr. Stan Thompson and Mrs. Jenny Whittaker and bred by Mrs. Jenny Whittaker. Signed by champion Glenfall the Gladiator out of Bucksteps Hot Gossip on 12th of the 1st, 94. Bucksteps Blue Velvet. Bucksteps Blue Velvet. Bucksteps Blue Velvet. Bucksteps Blue Velvet.
Would exhibitors for the puppy stay
608 Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears. Owned and bred by Mr. Trevor and Mrs. Yvonne P. Signed by champion Norge Sunhawk Wanneroo out at Springbeck Sapphire at Cherrygate. Born 25th of the 11th, 93. Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears. Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears. Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears. Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears. Lay Wind Bit of a Lark. Secret Romance at Sundine. Starwell Sweet and Saucy. Zoash, she's the only one for Ballglade. Roamaro Bowbell at Nutties. Tolana Little Ripper. MJC Kind of Magic. Erebus Eves Atiz. Skirlaw Evergreen. Hello Dolly Glenfall. Suzanne Carr, Law Abiding, Winuwuk Samsara, Rowan's Mabel's Able for Sugarwood, Bucksteps Blue Velvet, and Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears. First was Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears. Second, Hello Dolly Glenfall. Third, Bucksteps Blue Velvet. Third, Winuwuk Samsara. And VHC Secret Romance at Sundown. Winuwuk Samsara. Bucksteps Blue Velvet. Hello Dolly Glenfall. And once again first puppy pitch was Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears. Class 82 Junior Bitch, 27 entered, 9 absent. Maromad Patience at Marbleton. Tygarth Pink Shampers. Capel Molly Packs In. Roamaro Solitaire for Natties. Copper Knox Evangelista. Genroy Gilt Edged. Parthane's Scottish Venture. Huttonvale High Delight at Carnishu. Huttonvale High Fashion. Winuwuk Free Enterprise at Sugarwood. Sundyne Starlet. Minuwood Sophia of Barbarossa. Macbury's Showstopper. Norwatch Sunhawk Bedazzled at Blacktop. Sultash Jodami. Alto Fleur de Lis. Jacoba Almost an Angel. And Hilroy Harem Scarum. First one in class 82 Junior Bitch is 551 Maromad Patience at Marbleton. Owned by Mrs. Hambleton. Bred by Mr. Malcolm James. Side by Marbleton Deadly Earnest out of Suzanne Carr Delia Cards. Born 17th of the 9th, 93. Maromad Patience at Marbleton.
Could we have the judge for special yearling bitches, Mr. Eiley, to the
Maromad Patience at Marbleton.
Now, please. Judge for special yearling stakes bitches to ring.
Maromad Patience at Marbleton. 565 Tygarth Pink Shampers. Owned by Miss Anne Ingram, bred by Miss Sheila Cartwright. Side by Champion Fletcher at Sunhawk Norwatch out of Champion Tygarth Pink Pussycat. Born 22nd of the 7th, 93. Tygarth Pink Shampers. Tygarth Pink Shampers. .517 Capel Molly Packs In. Owned and bred by Dr. Chris and Mrs. Jane Clark. Side by Champion Fair Dawn Phineas Fogg out of Skelder Cagney at Capel. Born 7th of the 9th, 93. Capel Molly Packs In. Capel Molly Packs In. Capel Molly Packs In. Capel Molly Packs In. 578 Roamaro Solitaire for Natties. Owned by Miss Dams Dawn Pilling and Mandy Laidlaw. Signed by Sulet Whatever You Want for Manic out of Genroy Popsicle for Belmont. Born 3rd of the 7th, 93. Roamaro Solitaire for Natties. Roamaro Solitaire for Natties.
big work that.
577 Copper Knox Evangelista, owned by Miss M. Kirkup, bred by Howard Schofield and Carol Fernley, signed by champion Tonitron Comanchero out of Tonitron Bella Glory at Copper Knox, born 12th of the 8th, 93. Copper Knox Evangelista. Copper Knox Evangelista. 638 Genroy Gilt-Edged, owned and bred by Mrs. Jenny Townsend, signed by Genroy Edge of Darkness out of Genroy Pocketful of Rye, born 8th of the 6th, 93. Genroy Gilt-Edged. Genroy Gilt-Edged. Genroy Gilt-Edged. Genroy Gilt-Edged. (523) Parthane's Scottish Venture, owned by Mr. and Mrs. Cotter, bred by Mr. Arthur Ainsworth, signed by champion Genroy Pot My Cork to Walk On out of La Creme Stylish Move at Parthane, born 1st of the 10th, 93. Parthane's Scottish Venture. Parthane's Scottish Venture. Parthane's Scottish Venture. 605 Huttonvale High Delight at Carnishoe, owned by Mrs. M. Oakley, bred by Mrs. Angela Harper, signed by champion Tygarth Pasherank at Seacrest out of Huttonvale Highlight, born 18th of the 5th, 93. Huttonvale High Delight at Carnishoe. 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 554 Huttonvale High Fashion, owned and bred by Mrs. Angela Harper, signed by champion Tygarth Pasherank at Seacrest out of Huttonvale Highlight, or 18th of the 5th, 93. Huttonvale High Fashion. 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 (535) Winuwuk Free Enterprise at Sugarwood, owned by Mr. John Cormack and Mrs. Veronica Fever, bred by Mr. Ivor and Mrs. Maureen Ward Davis, Miss Julie Brown and Mr. Tim Hutchings. Signed by Roamaro Scot-Free of Winuwuk, out of Santana Hullabaloo at Winuwuk, on 13th of the 6th, 93. Winuwuk Free Enterprise at Sugarwood. 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 666 Sundine Starlet. Owned and bred by Mr. Dennis and Mrs. Edna Woods. Signed by Champion Sundine Solo Dancer out of Telmon's Black Satin at Sundine. On 28th of the 9th, 93. Sundine Starlet. Sundine Starlet. Sundine Starlet. Sundine Starlet. 547 Mindenwood Sophia of Barbarossa, owned by Mr. Allen and Mrs. Dorian Greaves, bred by Mr. Arthur Butters. Signed by Langbarn Triple Tipple out of Mindenwood Petite Etoile on 22nd of the 4th, 93. Mindenwood Sophia of Barbarossa. Mindenwood Sophia of Barbarossa. Mindenwood Sophia of Barbarossa. .595 Macbree's Showstopper. Owned and bred by Mr. S. McKinley, signed by Zanzar Midshipman out of Desdemona's Damsel of Macbree, born 10th of the 8th, 93. Macbree's Showstopper. Macbree's Showstopper. Macbree's Showstopper. Macbree's Showstopper. Macbree's Showstopper. .498 Norwich Sunhawk Bedazzled at Blacktop, owned by Mrs. Shirley Blackley, bred by Mr. Eddie and Mrs. Helen Banks. Signed by Champion Santinoaks Rugby Redcoat out of Sunhawk Norwich Delightful, born 16th of the 6th, 93. Norwich Sunhawk Bedazzled at Blacktop. Norwich Sunhawk Bedazzled at Blacktop. Norwich Sunhawk Bedazzled at Blacktop. 539 Sultash Jodami, owned and bred by Mrs. Fiona Godwin, signed by Glenfall Rainbow End at Sultash, out of Glenfall Dreamboat to Sultash, on 2nd of the 6th, 93. Sultash Jodami. Sultash Jodami. Sultash Jodami. Sultash Jodami. .602 Alto Fleur de Lis, owned by Mrs. C. Noel, bred by Mrs. Ann Leeds, signed by champion Beligga Rigoletta of Holwell, out of Alto Princess Daisy, born 27th of the 9th, 93. Alto Fleur de Lis. Alto Fleur de Lis. Alto Fleur de Lis. 524 Jacoba, Almost an Angel. Owned by Mr. Fred and Miss Eileen Davies, bred by Mr. Rob Nightingale. Signed by champion Jacoba the President, out of Jacoba Nightfire, born 2nd of the 5th, 93. Jacoba, Almost an Angel. Jacoba, Almost an Angel. Jacoba, Almost an Angel. Jacoba, Almost an Angel. $620 Hilroy, Harem Scarum, owned and bred by Mrs. Margaret Sunderland, signed by Manic Midnight Madness of Hilroy, out of Katie Croft Angelique Hilroy, born 12th of the 6th, 93. Hilroy, Harem Scarum. Hilroy, Harem Scarum.
That's it, that's your chair. I'm told it was your chair.
Hilroy, Harem Scarum. Maromad Patience at Marbleton. Tygarth Pink Champers. Capel Molly Packs In. Roamaro Solitaire for Natties. Copper Knox Evangelista. Genroy Gilt Edged. Parthane's Scottish Venture. Huttonvale High Delight of Carnishew. Huttonvale High Fashion. Winuwuk Free Enterprise at Sugarwood. Sundine Starlet. Minderwood Sophia of Barbarossa. Macbreeze Showstopper. Norwatch Sunhawk Bedazzled at Blacktop. Sultash Jordani. Alto Fleur de Lis. Jacoba Almost an Angel, and Hilroy Harem Scarum. First was Maromad Patience at Marbleton. Second, Capel Molly Packs In. Third, Tygarth Pink Champers. Reserve, Tygarth Pink Champers. Reserve, Hilroy Harem Scarum. And VHC Sundine Starlight. Hilroy Harem Scarum. Tygarth Pink Champers. Capel Molly Packs In, and once again first, Junior Bitch was Maromad Patience at Marbleton. Class 83 Special Yearling Bitch, 5 entered, 2 absent. Acromander's Princess Katie at Marbleton. Zanzar Red Ensign for J. Cliff. And Buck Steps. Bittersweet. The first one we see in Class 83 Special Yearling Bitch is number 500, Acromander's Princess Katie at Marbleton. Owned by Mr. E. Boland, bred by Gaskell, signed by champion Toy Boy at Marbleton, out of Hoscaven Beauty. Born 16th of the 3rd, 93, and also entered in Class 84 Postgraduate Bitch. Acromander's Princess Katie at Marbleton. Acromander's Princess Katie at Marbleton.
No, they're not.
Acromander's Princess Katie at Marbleton. 484 Zanzar Red Ensign for J. Cliff. Owned by Mr. Cliff and Mrs. Jean Anderson, bred by Mrs. Sandra and Miss Sarah Baldry, signed by Champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld, out of Nancy's Fancy of Zanzar, born 13th of the 12th, 92. Zanzar Red Ensign for J. Cliff. Zanzar Red Ensign for J. Cliff. Zanzar Red Ensign for J. Cliff. 660 Bucksteps Bittersweet, owned and bred by Mrs. Jenny Whittaker, signed by Champion Corinna Ryan Dry, out of Bucksteps Easy Virtue, on 12th of the 12th, 92. Bucksteps Bittersweet. Bucksteps Bittersweet. Bucksteps Bittersweet.
I often think that
Acromander's Princess Katie at Marbleton. Zanzar Red Ensign for J. Cliff. Bucksteps Bittersweet. First was Bucksteps Bittersweet. Second was Zanzar Red Ensign for J. Cliff.
Class 83,
And third, Acromander's Princess Katie at Marbleton. Second, Zanzar Red Ensign for J. Cliff. And once again, first special yearling bitch was Bucksteps Bittersweet. Class 84 postgraduate bitch, 24 entered, 1 previously seen, 8 absent. Vanek Caviar Neuer. Sules Whatever's Best. Ken Brew Spirit in the Sky at Verily's. My Daz Touch of Class. Hilroy Happy Hooker. Langbarn Lily Langtree of Mindenwood. Sue Cole Bella the Ball. Iteb Liberty Lady. Fascinating Rhythm of New Lane. Glenfall Finale. Sam and Tony Worth a Fortune. Syllabub Athena at Daltani. Tonathan Pollyanna at Tartarian. Skirlaw Ruby Tiger. Kitwee Sleepy Time Girl at Recco. And previously seen Acromander's Princess Katie at Marbleton. Now the first one to be seen in Class 84 postgraduate bitch is number 530. Vanek Caviar Neuer. Owned and bred by Mrs. G. Fairbrother, signed by Champion Santanook Slick Sammy, out of Vanek Empress, born 27th of the 1st, 88. Vanek Caviar Neuer. Vanek Caviar Neuer. Vanek Caviar Neuer. Vanek Caviar Neuer. (527) Sules Whatever's Best. Owned and bred by Mrs. Sue Drinkwater, signed by Champion Bitter Shout and Roll, out of Champion Fair Dawn Whatever Next at Sules, on 10th of the 3rd, 93. Sules Whatever's Best. Sule's Whatever's Best. Sule's Whatever's Best. Sule's Whatever's Best. 606 Ken Brew Spirit in the Sky at Verily's. Owned by Mrs. Val Pack Davison, bred by Mrs. Jill Davies. Signed by Verily's Skyhawk out of Ken Brew Strawberry Sauce. Born 26th of the 3rd, 93. Ken Brew Spirit in the Sky at Verily's. Ken Brew Spirit in the Sky at Verily's. Ken Brew Spirit in the Sky at Verily's. .537 My Daz Touch of Class. Owned and bred by Mr. Kevin and Mrs. Sharon Fitzgerald. Signed by champion Ashgate Able Seaman of Seafeld out of Marvin Melba at My Daz, 1/3 of the 7th, 92. My Daz Touch of Class. My Daz Touch of Class. My Daz Touch of Class. .621 Hilroy Happy Hooker. Owned and bred by Mrs. Margaret Sandilands. Signed by champion Glenfold Gladiator out of Langdor, Satin and Lace of Hilroy. Born 6th of the 9th, 92, and being shown by Mrs. Denise Mustaliel. Hilroy Happy Hooker. 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 509 Langbarn Lily Langtree of Mindenwood. Owned by Mr. Arthur Butters, bred by Mrs. M. McGowan. Signed by champion Corinna Ryan Dry out of Langbarn Hallucination. 11th of the 10th, 92. Langbarn Lily Langtree of Mindenwood. Langbarn Lily Langtree of Mindenwood. Langbarn Lily Langtree of Mindenwood. 584 Sue Cole Bella the Ball. Owned and bred by Mr. Colin Lawrence. Signed by champion Corinna Ryan Dry out of Sue Cole Allspice Aria. 1/4 of the 9th, 92. Sue Cole Bella the Ball. Sue Cole Bella the Ball.
I saw her again about 3 years ago and she said we can give us injections in there. And I said, well,
Sue Cole Bella the Ball. Sue Cole Bella the Ball. 589 Yateb Liberty Lady. Owned by Mr. and Mrs. D.H. Blair, bred by Mrs. MacDonald. Signed by champion Santa Oak Strawberry Redcoat out of Walk-On Highly Mist at Yateb. Born 18th of the 12th, 93. Yateb Liberty Lady. Yateb Liberty Lady. Yateb Liberty Lady. Yateb Liberty Lady. 625. Fascinating Rhythm of New Lathe, owned by Mr. Howard Schofield and Miss Carol Fernley and bred by Jones. Side by Champion Private Eye Blue Pines out of New Lathe Fascination on 29th of the 3rd, 93. Fascinating Rhythm of New Lathe. Fascinating Rhythm of New Lathe. Fascinating Rhythm of New Lathe. .504 Glenfall Finale, owned and bred by Mrs. Pam Broughton, tied by Tygarth Duranson at Glenfall, out of Champion Glenfall Wicked Wonder, born 6th of the 12th, 92. Glenfall Finale. Glenfall Finale. Glenfall Finale. 576 Sam and Tony Worth a Fortune, owned and bred by Mr. Phil and Mrs. Kim Kelly, signed by Buckstep Going for Gold at Glenfall, out of Sam and Tony Fame and Fortune, born 5th of the 3rd, 92. Sam and Tony Worth a Fortune. Sam and Tony Worth a Fortune. .507 Syllabub Athena at Daltami, owned by Mrs. Margaret Brunton, bred by Linz, signed by Champion Tygarth Pasherenk at Seacrest, out of Abbey Thorne Jemima Shaw, born 11th of the 12th, 92. Syllabub Athena at Daltami. Syllabub Athena at Daltami. Syllabub Athena at Daltami. 513 Tonitron Pollyanna at Tartarian, owned by Mrs. Linda Carnaby, bred by Mrs. Sagra Tonkin, signed by Champion Tonitron True Glory, out of Tonitron Prize Glory, born 19th of the 9th, 92. Tonitron Pollyanna at Tartarian. Tonitron Pollyanna at Tartarian.
Could we ask all best of breeds in the working group to begin collecting in the collecting ring at 3:30, please? All best of breeds to commence collecting at 3:30.
609 Skirlaw Ruby Tiger, owned by Mrs. C. Pigbert, bred by Mrs. Jean Tatham, signed by Champion Corinne Ryan Dry, out of Hamilton Unsolved Mystery, born 4th of the 7th, 92. Skirlaw Ruby Tiger. Skirlaw Ruby Tiger. Skirlaw Ruby Tiger. Skirlaw Ruby Tiger. 561 Kitwee Sleepy Time Girl at Wreckholm, owned by Nick and Mrs. Francis Hayder, bred by Mrs. Lynette Davy, signed by the Norseman at Kitwee, out of Wild Axe Sweet Dreams of Kitwee, born 22nd of the 2nd, 92. Kitwee Sleepy Time Girl at Wreckholm. Kitwee Sleepy Time Girl at Wreckholm. Kitwi Sleepy Time Girl at Recco. Vanek Caviar Noya. Sule's Whatever's Best. Ken Brew Spirit in the Sky at Verily's. My Dad's Touch of Class. Hillroy Happy Hooker. Langbarn Lily Langtree of Mindenwood. Sue Coll Bella the Ball. Yateb Liberty Lady. Fascinating Rhythm of New Lathe. Glenfall Finale. Sam and Tony Worth a Fortune. Syllabub Athena at Daltami. Tolerant Pollyanna at Tartarian. Skirlaw Ruby Tiger. Kitwi Sleepy Time Girl at Recco. Previously in this class was Acromanda's Princess Katie at Marbleton. First was Glenfall Finale. Second Langbarn Lily Langtree of Mindenwood. Third Sule's Whatever's Best. Reserve Tolerant Pollyanna at Tartarian. And VHC My Dad's Touch of Class. Tolerant Pollyanna at Tartarian. Sule's Whatever's Best. Langbarn Lily Langtree of Mindenwood. And once again, first postgraduate bitch was Glenfall Finale. Class 85 Limit Bitch, 11 entered, 3 absent. Kashan Naughty Nancy. Glasswind Strike It Lucky. Joligi Betty Boo. New Lathe Hot Fashion. Katie Croft Calamity Jane at Flashnick. Champion Shiloh Doodlebug. Sule's Whatever Goes to Bitzer. And Walk On, It's Crunchy. First will be seen class 85 Limit Bitches, number 624. Kashan Naughty Nancy. Owned and bred by Mrs. Nadia Sass, side by Champion Jacoba the President, out of Kashan Naughty But Nice. Born 5th of the 1st, 91. Kashan Naughty Nancy. Kashan Naughty Nancy. Kashan Naughty Nancy. Kashan Naughty Nancy.
You know, they say they don't.
555 Glasswind Strike It Lucky. Owned and bred by Mrs. Heather Harvey, side by Champion Beliga Rigoletto of Holwell, out of Gerriop Heather's Pride of Glasswind, born 17th of the 10th, 91. Glasswind Strike It Lucky. Glasswind Strike It Lucky. Glasswind Strike It Lucky. Glasswind Strike It Lucky. 518 Joligi Betty Boo. Owned and bred by Mr. Len, Mrs. Jill and Miss Joe Clifton, side by Champion Santa Oaks Robbie Redcoat, out of Joligi Jumping Bean, for 11th of the 6th, 90. Joligi Betty Boo. Joligi Betty Boo. Joligi Betty Boo. .495 New Lathe Hot Fashion, owned and bred by Mrs. Chris Beardson, side by Spanish champion Llanos de la Irma Linpine, out of New Lathe Fashion Print, born 11th of the 7th, 92. New Lathe Hot Fashion. New Lathe Hot Fashion. New Lathe Hot Fashion.
If some people are travelling, I think we owe it to them.
540 Katie Croft Calamity Jane at Flashnick. owned by Mr. Jeff and Mrs. Nicky Gordon, bred by Mrs. Katie Stimson. Signed by Bucksteps, going for gold at Glen Falls, out of Katie Croft Genevieve, born 17th of the 2nd, 91. Katie Croft, Calamity Jane at Flashnick. 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 586, champion Shiloh Doodlebug, owned and bred by Mrs. Stuart Lockwood Brown and Tony Curtin. Signed by Spanish champion Llanos de la Irma of Linpine, out of Full Circle to Shiloh, on 4th of the 1st, 93. Champion Shiloh Doodlebug. Champion Shiloh Doodlebug. Champion Shiloh Doodlebug.
Then we get out and we walk along the river to Winuwuk. We're going to travel out each one. She said we've got a waiting list.
Champion Shiloh Doodlebug. (643) Sules Whatever Goes to Bitzer, owned by Mr. Andrew and Mrs. Pat Varney, bred by Mrs. Sue Drinkwater. Signed by Champion Bitter Shout and Roar, out of Champion Fair Dawn Whatever Next at Sules, born 9th of the 12th, 91. Sules Whatever Goes to Bitzer. Sules Whatever Goes to Bitzer. Sules Whatever Goes to Bitzer. (598) Walk On, It's Crunchy, owned and bred by Mrs. Yvonne Miller, signed by Champion Glenfall the Gladiator, out of Champion Walk On Smashed Again, born 27th of the 6th, 91. Walk On, It's Crunchy. Walk On, It's Crunchy. Walk On, It's Crunchy. Kashan Naughty Nancy. Glasswind Strike It Lucky. Tuligi Betty Boo. New Lathe Hot Fashion. Katie Croft Calamity Jane at Flashnick. Champion Shiloh Doodlebug. Sules Whatever Goes to Bitzer. Walk On, It's Crunchy. First was Champion Shiloh Doodlebug. Second, New Lathe Hot Fashion. Third, Katie Croft Calamity Jane at Flashnick. Reserve Walk On, It's Crunchy. And VHC Joligi Betty Boo. Walk On, It's Crunchy. Katie Croft Calamity Jane Flashnick. New Lathe Hot Fashion. And once again first Limit Bitch was Champion Shiloh Doodlebug.
Oh yeah, I'll get all the stuff ready.
Class 86 Open Bitch, 4 entered, all present. Champion Roamaro Scotch Mr. Winuwuk. Hillthorn Naval Flam. Champion Seacrest Sassafras at Quantro. And Champion Marbleton Princess. First one seen in Class 86 Open Bitch is 647. Roamaro, Champion Roamaro Scotch Mr. Winuwuk, owned by Mr. Ivor, Mrs. Maureen Ward Davis, Miss Julie Brown and Mr. Tim Hutchings. and bred by Mrs. Mandy Laidlaw. Signed by Champion Renkless Flying Scotchman of Winuwuk out of Genroy Popsicle or Belmont. Born 30th of the 9th, 91. Champion Roamaro Scotch Mist of Winuwuk. Champion Roamaro Scotch Mist of Winuwuk.
Best of breeds in the working group to the collecting ring now, please. All best of breeds in the working group to the collecting ring now, please. Thank you.
Champion Roamaro Scotch Mist of Winuwuk. 629 Hillthorn Nouvelle Flamme. Owned and bred by Mr. Arthur and Mrs. Anne Simpson. Signed by Sundawn the Raider out of Flamme Dorée of Hillthorn. Born 22nd of the 2nd, 90. Hillthorn Nouvelle Flamme. Hillthorn Nouvelle Flamme. Hillthorn Nouvelle Flamme. (571) Champion Seacrest Sassafras at Cointreau. Owned by Mr. David James, bred by Mrs. Claire Kay. Signed by Rustar Play for Pleasure out of Porth Pearl Diver at Seacrest. Born 26th of the 6th, 92. Champion Seacrest Sassafras at Cointreau. Champion Seacrest Sassafras at Cointreau. Champion Seacrest Sassafras at Cointreau. (552) Champion Marbleton Princess. Owned and bred by Mrs. Hambleton. Signed by Champion Toy Boy Marbleton out of Weimar Modesty Blaze at Marbleton. Born 16th of the 2nd, 92. Champion Marbleton Princess. Champion Marbleton Princess. Champion Marbleton Princess. Champion Roamaro Scotch Mist of Winuwuk. Hillthorn Nouvelle Flamme. Champion Seacrest Sassafras at Cointreau. And Champion Marbleton Princess. First was Champion Roamaro Scotch Mist of Winuwuk. Second, Champion Marbleton Princess. Third, Champion Seacrest Sassafras at Cointreau. Reserve was Hillthorn Nouvelle Flamme. Champion Seacrest Sassafras at Cointreau. Champion Marbleton Princess. And once again first, Open Bitch was Champion Roamaro Scotch Mist of Winuwuk.
Could we have all...
We now move on to unbeaten bitches. Turkane Rosy Glow, winner minor puppy bitch. Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears, winner of puppy bitch. Maramad Patience at Marbleton, winner junior bitch. Bucksteps Bittersweet, winner special yearling bitch. Glenfall Finale, win postgraduate bitch. Champion Shiloh Doodlebug, winner of limit bitch. And Champion Roamaro Scotch Mist of Winuwuk, winner of open bitch. Champion Shiloh Doodlebug, limit bitch winner. Glenfall Finale, postgraduate bitch winner. Bucksteps Bittersweet, special yearling bitch winner. Maramad Patience at Marbleton, junior bitch winner. Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears, puppy bitch winner. And Turkane Rosy Glow, minor puppy bitch winner. Podmore awards the Bitch CC to Champion Roamaro Scotch Mist of Winuwuk, winner of Open Bitch. Cane Rosy Glow, Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears, Maramad Patience at Barbleton, Bugsteps Bittersweet, and Glenfall Finale when a postgraduate bitch gets a bitch reserve CC. Once again, bitch CC, Champion Roamaro, Scotch Mr. Winuwuk, bitch reserve CC, Glenfall Finale. Bitch CC, Champion Roamaro, Scotch Mr. Winuwuk, bitch reserve CC, Glenfall Finale.
They know, they do know.
Best of breed is between Champion Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest and Champion Roamaro, Scotch Mr. Winuwuk. Champion Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest won a junior dog CC and he got his third and qualifying one today. So now Champion Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest. And bitch CC was won by Champion Roamaro, Scotch Mr. Winuwuk, Open Bitch winner. Champion Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest gets a bitch best of breed. Champion Huttonvale High Command at Seacrest gets best of breed. Now move on to unbeaten puppies. We've seen Westmore Noble Oak, Suzanne Carr Barrister, Cane Rosy Glow, and Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears. Cherrygate Drop Slow Tears. Cane Rosy Glow, Suzanne Carr Barrister, and Westernmoor Noble Oak. Westernmoor Noble Oak, Suzanne Carr Barrister gets best puppy. Suzanne Podmore awards best puppy to Suzanne Carr Barrister. Once again, best puppy is Suzanne Carr Barrister. Best puppy, Suzanne Carr Barrister. The 1990